Hi and welcome back to Apple Cottage. This is Sandy and I am Suburban Homesteader, Wyoming. Well, I was busy today all day long and I stopped and got my mail and this is what came in it. Self-Reliance. This is a magazine that comes out 4 times a year. This is the 16th edition, so it's been out a few years. And I thought I would do a review. Now, I don't really think of doing much on book reviews unless they're exceptional or maybe about an article in a magazine, but I've never done a review on an entire magazine. But I really believe, in fact I emphatically believe, that this is a must-have for every suburban homesteader and a homesteader with acreage. Now, how can I say that? It used to be in the 70s and 80s, 90s even, that when a magazine came out with an articles that were about self-reliance, gardening, things like that, they were very in-depth. And you could really glean a lot of stuff from them. But anymore, most of them, you know, it's a few paragraphs, maybe half a page. And is it really anything that you couldn't have just found on the internet? You could have just Googled it. So I find that a lot of magazines now, to me, are very disappointing. And so when something comes out and it's consistently exceptional, I thought I would talk about it. Now, the people that make this magazine also make Backwoods Home magazine. And they've been producing that one for about 30 years. And I actually have the anthology, so I have in book form every article that they have ever written in any of their magazines. It's a treasure. But this magazine and Backwoods Home magazine are exceptional in that all the articles, not just some of the articles, all the articles are in depth. So when I got this one today, I just started to thumb through it and I thought, I need to share this. This is something that suburban homesteaders need. Now, very first article, it's on making a chicken coop. Now, this chicken coop is portable, but unlike a lot of chicken coops, the way it's designed with its ventilation system and its solar capture, chickens can be in it up to about 100 degrees outside. But what I find totally fascinating is that they can actually be okay, safe, at minus 40 below zero. Now that is an exceptional chicken coop. And this one's portable. And it's for a small flock. It's not for a large flock. But the thing is that it has all kinds of photographs and drawings. And this is not a 2-page article. This is a 7-page article. And that is exceptional. And it's not the only article that's in depth like that. If you go towards the back, so they come up with the funnest titles. OffGrid Poultry, from egg to Z. Great title. But it tells you all about raising chickens off-grid, or you can use that in the city limits, in your yard. So if you're a suburban homesteader and you have been thinking about adding chickens, this magazine not only will show you how to build a coop step by step, but it'll also tell you how to raise those chickens, how to feed them, what kind of light they need, all kinds of stuff. And that, again, is many pages long. And as you thumb through it, there's articles on mushroom collecting. Now, here in Wyoming, we have a few edible mushrooms, but not like some places in the world. And so foraging for mushrooms can be an exceptional addition to your suburban life or your homesteading life. And again, 5 pages long. And then it goes right into a subject that I am going to do a series on. Carefully planning your pantry. Because as a suburban homesteader, you need a pantry. Not, oh, well, someday I'm going to have a pantry, or I have a couple things, it'll last a couple days. No, this is your mom talking, your grandma talking. As a suburban homesteader, you need a pantry. It talks about how to do this. It talks about what if you have a problem with mice getting in your pantry. The rotation of your food so nothing goes bad. And I think that's such an important point that I'm actually going to do a 3-part series on that. And right after the pantry, it goes into canning. Because if you're a suburban homesteader, you're going to have a garden, or you're going to be growing things in pots. And it tells you all about canning and the fear of botulisms. And sometimes people don't want to can because they think, oh, what if I do it wrong and I poison somebody? It talks about it. And it is just it's a page turner. That's actually what it is. Now this is just a fun little article. You know, we all have our feed bags and our dog food bags and our chicken bags, everything that comes in the feed bags. And this is showing you how to make some really fun bags out of those, so that you can take them to the grocery store. You're not going to use plastic. And you can just haul stuff around in them. Your kids are spending the night at somebody's house, stuff them in one of those bags. And then it comes to Jackie. Now Jackie is in both this magazine and Backwoods Home Magazine. This is Jackie. You can ask her questions. You can actually go online and ask her questions too. She is a wealth of knowledge. Her and her husband have a farm up in Minnesota, and I bought seeds from her for the first time this fall, and so I'm going to plant them this year. I'm totally excited about some of the tomatoes that I bought from her. They're supposed to be monsters, like 2 and 3 pound monsters. So I'm excited about that. But she has a wealth of knowledge of not just planting, but canning and things like that. I'm going to find the link on how you can get to Self-Reliance, and so you can order this. It comes 4 times a year. I would give it a 10+++. They have great photographs, great drawings, and just so much information. Something that you're not going to, once you read it, you're going to throw it away. This is something you're going to keep, and you're going to dog-ear those pages, and you're going to, I love the fact of the feel of a book or a magazine, especially if it's good. And you've dog-eared it, and you're doing something, and you go, what did that article say? Oh yeah, it was on the right side, towards the bottom, about 4 pages in. Oh yeah, I can find that. We're on the internet. That's not so easy. But check them out. And check out Backwoods Home Magazine. So this is Sandy at Apple Cottage. As always, like, subscribe, share with the world. I hope you have a great weekend. Tonight's Friday. And I did part 4 of The Women in Our Lives. Now this is, I only have 1 left. I'm only doing 5 parts. And so I hope you stop over and check that out before that series is all the way done. So this is Sandy. Have a great day and a great weekend.